Good morning again. We're gonna start, but just please take your time if you're just really comfortable where you're seated or lying. We will start standing. We did that last week as well, but we're not gonna do the same class. But we'll stand. Maybe make sure actually to have your blogs on the highest level, somewhere out in front of you. We might use them. We might also not use them, but then they're there. Okay. Just starting here, finding your feet. We can rock the weight side to side or maybe around in circles. Either you settle your gaze on something external, so you're looking at something in the space in front of you, or you close your eyes and you might find an internal focus point for your inner eyes. And just deepening the breath here as we circle the weight. And feel the touch point, the balance point, as it shifts through the soles of the feet. You're not doing this for the performance or a certain size or rhythm you need to create. You're simply just circling the weight to become aware and to start to arrive. And change the direction. Okay. And then let's find the center, dividing the weight equally through the four corners of both feet. Take a big inhale and circle the arms out and up. Really take up some space. And then bring the hands down through the center into the heart space. Let's do that a couple of more times, really linking the movement with the breath. If you can use the whole breath to create the movement. Finish this round and then do it just once more. Leaving the hands there at the heart center. And you are welcome to show up here this morning to this practice as you are right now. Whether you feel refreshed or still tired, whether you feel free or a bit stuck. You are welcome to this practice as you are. And if you are going through a little bit more of a stuck, tight, tense time, physically or mentally, it might be lovely for you to just sort of whisper to every cell of your body that I am showing up for myself in whatever I'm going through. Ich bin für mich da. Or let the hands come down next to the sides of the hips. You can open the eyes. We'll send the left arm up and over to the right side. And then coming out, other side. Big inhale as we open the side body. And big exhale to take you out. We'll do this a few times. Just find your own rhythm and size. There's a big grounding through the feet, this activation through the thighs, and this support from Mula Bandha, pelvic floor space, stimulating the center. Okay. Good. Next time your left arm comes over, come over and stay. Just take your time to meet me there. Breathing, firming up the grounding of the feet, the thighs, opening side body. There's still this lift in of the lower belly, comes all the way from the pelvic floor, that lift. Breathe. One more ginormous breath to the side. And then come out. Let's do the same to the other side. Keep breathing as you dive over to the side. Feel how when you activate your feet, your thighs, your core, then you can better support the side bend. One more inhale, and through the support, maybe it can grow. Okay, as you come out by cactus arms, you can bend your knees. We're gonna inhale and send the heart forward, really offering the heart to the space in front of you. And then exhale, rounding, separating the shoulder blades. Really drawing the shoulder blades together as you inhale and exhale to round. Good. There might be closed eyes or open eyes. Really focusing on this feeling of opening and closing the space of the heart, the space between the shoulder blades with the breath, possibly Ujjayi if you are friends with Ujjayi. Twice more. Good. Now stay open in that shoulder blade drawing together position. You'll have this feeling of tucking the tail just slightly, so there's a bit more length happening in your lower back. There's a sense of lifting the lower belly up towards the back line. 2 big breaths into the front line here, really offering the heart to the space in front of you. Good. Now we'll forward fold, possibly hands to blocks, else just hands down to floor. Of course, you can change the size the block has if a different size would support you better. Shaking out the head lightly. Finding a rhythm in your breath. Maybe as we do sometimes, this idea of breathing in on 4, out on 4. All right. Now go ahead and come halfway up. Leave a deep bend in your left knee and then open the right arm to the side of the space. Really reaching the arms apart. So the hands are reaching one up, one down, but the shoulder blades are trying to draw closer together behind you. Rotating. So your sternum is Brustbein, is the motor, and we want to rotate the sternum around to the side, even a feeling of rotating the sternum a bit upwards. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, come down, switch the sides. Okay, now the spine is radiating forward, crown of the head is reaching forward, tailbone is reaching back. And then the arms, as they pull apart, the shoulder blades draw together. So we have this opposing energy. What changes if you use your pelvic floor to reach from the base more length into the spine? Beautiful. One more inhale. And then exhale, come down, switch the sides. So we might have this big generous bend in the left knee, or we might work on straightening out a little or a little more, but just see what the body is up for. Show up here as you are. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you, turn, rotate from the sternum. Big inhale, reach you forward, and then exhale, come down, switch the sides. Go. We try as good as we can to kind of square off the hips, yeah? So the rotation really comes through the spine, and then it's from the sternum that rotates. Genau. There you go, sure. One more ginormous breath. And then come down, hold your elbows. And just by hanging here, holding the elbows, we have a bit more traction, a bit more of a pull through the spine. You might dangle or bob up and down as suits you. Big breaths, maybe 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Softness around the mouth and the teeth. Notice if you're holding on to unnecessary tension. Maybe it's in the shoulders. Let it go. Okay, one more inhalation. And then release the elbows, bend your knees, and roll up slowly through your spine. Head is the last thing that comes up. Set the shoulders onto the back. And then interlace the hands and turn, or interlace the fingers and turn the palms up towards the ceiling. We'll start to bob the arms back here. Yeah. Now add a little bend in your knees and go back to this. It's a posterior tilt. So that means we want to reach the tailbone a bit forward, not out behind us, but forward. Yeah. And then we pulse the arms back. Breathe, focus the eyes. Genau. If you can hold on to this posterior tilt in your pelvis, you don't have to bend the legs, but it makes it a little easier if we have bent legs. Yeah. Genau. Okay. Playing here on the edge of effort and ease. We don't want the arms to just be in a position where we don't really feel anything, but we also don't want to move past where we're able to find also comfort, even though it's effortful or effectful what we're doing. Okay, one more. And then move forward now. Press the palms forward, separate the shoulder blades. Again, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone forward. That tug of the tailbone forward is again another way to say that we want to find that posterior tilt in the pelvis. We tuck the tailbone forward. Okay, reach the shoulder blades a little bit further away from each other. Round. You want to hook your nose in towards your belly button. Yeah. One more big breath through the back side. And then come up to stand. Okay, reach the arms up. Interlace the hands behind you and then forward fold. Uttanasana is this opening of the shoulders. Try to divide the weight equally through the 4 corners of both feet. Okay, now it's okay if your knees are bent. Some of you might also be working towards straighter legs. If it helps you find the rhythm in your breath, 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Shaking out the head if that helps you release tension. Okay. One more inhale. We will come halfway out, put the hands on the blocks and do cat-cow here. So a little bend in the knees. Inhale, send the heart forward, draw the shoulder blades but together behind you. And then exhale, round, look towards your belly button. Continue. Really feeling how the shoulder blades can draw closer together and then separate. So we have our attention right there in that upper mid-back space, really putting the conscious bewusste attention in that area. We do that so we can actually experience what's happening there, but also so we can settle the mind, this one pointed focus of the mind. Okay. Lots of juice through the spine to begin the practice today. Spine, shoulders. All right. Now, one more inhale, exhale. Okay. Now we'll make this movement bigger. So take one more inhale and you bend the knees, send the heart forward, but this time we'll take you all the way up to stand. And then exhale, separate the shoulder blades and come all the way down, if that feels okay in your body. Inhale, come all the way up. If it doesn't feel good to come all the way down, you might just go halfway and move here like so. Big inhale, so really these waves, like the waves of the ocean, through your body, through your spine especially. Feel free to over-exaggerate the movement, but make them slow and full of intention. Make it feel really good for you. Twice more, just in your own pace. We'll meet in your Uttanasana position after. And breathe. So in Uttanasana, move your blocks off to the side, find plank pose. Rock the body a bit back and forth. Rock the heels a bit back and forth. Wake up the fingertips. So we're really grounding the fingertips, trying to leave our fingerprints on the mat. The thighs are active. It's just a send shift back and forth. It's not up and down, back and forth. So we feel how we get a light stretch there through the calf, or for some of us, it might feel like an intense stretch through the calf. Vadali. Okay, active thighs. Tuck or reach, in other words, your tailbone in the direction of the heel. Okay, one more inhale, exhale. And then find your shoulders over your wrists, lower down from here in one piece. Okay, point the toes away. Let's find Sphinx pose. So we find elbows right underneath the shoulders, hands forward. We lift out of the floor and drive the shoulder blades together and offer the heart to the space in front of us. Really puff the chest a bit forward. And then again, reach the tailbone in the direction of the heels. That will not happen by coincidence. You have to do that with intention. Reach the tailbone in the direction of the heels. Activate your thighs. We want to have a slight inner rotation in the thighs. That means we want to have the inner thighs slightly moving a little bit up towards the ceiling. So they rotate this way, away from each other. Just slightly, genau. Still reaching the tailbone back, but the heart forward. Take 2 more breaths, reaching the heart a bit more forward, drawing the shoulder blades together behind you. Okay, after your next inhalation, use your core to lift your hips off the floor. Possibly keep pointing your toes away from you. Exhaling, rounding your way away from the floor. Inhaling, putting yourself down slowly, reach the heart forward. Exhaling, activate the whole front line to round your way away from the floor. And continue. With the breath, the rhythm. Genau. Beautiful. Next time you lift, let's lift and stay. Your intention is to shorten the whole front body. So you want to kind of draw the toes towards the sternum. They don't move much, but you're going to feel the whole front line really activate. You want to draw the sternum towards the toes, as if there was a string around your big toes and another string at your heart. No, it's the same string, and we pull on that string and shorten it. Separate your shoulder blades. Lift your lower belly higher. Round a little bit through the lower back space. Yeah. One more exhale. Ooh. And then come down, Sphinx pose, heart offering forward, possibly lifting your elbows if that feels right. This feeling of lengthening the tailbone in the direction of the heels. Activate your thighs. Soften your face. Give yourself a little bit more space on the sides of the neck. One more inhale. And then exhale, come down. A brief visit in child's pose. Two of the biggest, slowest breaths you've had in child's pose before you find Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Okay. Lift your right leg in downward facing dog. Keep the hips pretty squared. So we have the right leg lifting, but the right hip moving sort of down. And then you want to spin your inner right thigh up towards the ceiling. And that's also going to help you maintain this alignment of the hip bones. Genau. Let your head hang. Take another big inhale and then step the right foot outside the right hand. Yeah, hands on the inner side. You can always put your blocks underneath your hands if that would help. I'm gonna stay here first with the back knee off the floor and rock a bit back and forth in lizard pose. Activate the back thigh. Relax your facial muscles. Okay, let's make this a twist. So the left hand stays down, right arm open. Draw the shoulder blades a bit together behind you, but reach the arms away from each other. Opposing energies, one energy moving away from you, but the energy between the shoulder blades moving towards the midline. Now activate the back thigh and stretch the crown of your head further forward so you lengthen. Yeah. One more inhalation. And just stay here, but lower the back knee down. The front foot, you can tilt the toes a bit more out to the right and then come on to the little toe side. Yeah, that top hand could push that leg away. Breathing. A mixture between like a lizard pose and a pigeon pose. Okay. Stay or bend your back leg. Stay or take your back foot in your right hand. Yeah. If you take it in the right hand, start by kicking the foot back so you really open the right front of shoulder. Okay. And then option to bring the heels close to you for the last few breaths. Breathing. Can we all do a little bit more of this posterior tilt? That means you want to lengthen your tailbone, not collapsing, but lengthening. One more inhalation. And then gently come out. Find your plank pose. Take a big inhalation. Exhale, lower all the way down. Sphinx pose. Yeah, point your toes away. Sphinx pose right here. Heart forward, big inhale. We're going to lift on the exhale. Exhale, everything activates and rounds. Inhaling, feel free to over-exaggerate the movement. Not at the cost of your lower back when you're arching, of course, but feel free to over-exaggerate the movement. Continue. Nobody wants to continue. Doch, I know we do want to, but we also don't want to. Schön. You're going to lift one more time after this one, and then meet me in Sphinx pose. As we return to the floor with the hips, move your hands wide, fingertips, so your hands are outside your mat. Inhale, come up. Now, dip your right shoulder down first and look over the left. Inhaling up, switch. Make sure that the size you're lifting into feels good for you. While we're doing this, activate the thighs, Oberschenkel. Ground the tops of the feet into the floor. And have this light feeling of inner rotation of the thighs. That means they rotate in towards each other, and the inner thighs rotate lightly up towards the ceiling from where you're at now. Genau. Yeah, beautiful. Take your time. One more to each side. And then downward facing dog. If your lower back would appreciate a child's pose before you go to down dog, then just feel free to take that. Find that rhythm in your breath again. The rhythm you can rest your attention into. Okay, lift your left leg if you're in down dog. Squared hips. We have this feeling of spinning the inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Both arms are pushing, both elbows are straight. Straighten out your right elbow, Claudia. Yeah, genau. If your body allows. Take one more inhale, and then step the foot outside the left hand. Genau, lizard pose. First with the back leg straight. Not just straight, but active. Bit of movement in any way that feels good. So focused eyes, but soft teeth. Okay, this will become a lunge twist. Yeah, so open the left arm. And you can feed the whole twist with your back leg. So activate the back leg a lot and feel how that's feeding energy up through your spine, even up and out through the crown of your head. Genau. The arms are reaching apart, and we're watching that bottom shoulder doesn't collapse up into the bottom ear. Rotate with your sternum as the motor. Sure. Take one more inhalation. You can stay in the twist, but lower the back knee down. The front foot turns a bit, the toes at least, towards the left, and then we tilt into this position where the whole big toe side of that foot is off the floor. We can put left hand down and gently invite this opening here. Good. Create a bit more space across your chest by drawing the shoulder blades a bit close together. Stay or bend the back leg. Stay or catch the back foot. Yeah, if we catch it first, we kick the foot back. And as I kick the foot back, I can feel, oh, that kickback is helping me open the front of the left shoulder more. We can all have this posterior tilt still. And if you choose to bring the heel in towards you now for the last few breaths, heel towards buttocks. Breathe. One more inhale. And we will come out gently, plank pose. Big inhale, big exhale to lower all the way down. Okay. This time, we don't lift the hips, but we lift the upper body. So either in Sphinx pose, elbows down, or up higher. If it would feel better with your hands further forward, just do that. Okay? Draw the shoulder blades a bit together behind you. Genau. And then there's activity through the thighs. There's activity through the tops of the feet, and this inner rotation of the thighs slightly. Now lengthen the lower back, this feeling of pushing the pubic bone down. Genau, sure, beautiful. Take one more inhalation. And then come all the way down onto the floor. We'll walk the arms forward and do locust pose. Yeah, so inhale. Now the legs lift with the arms off the floor. Exhale down. Inhaling to lift. And down. Of course, if your lower back does not like it, you will keep your legs on the floor and only lift your upper body. Okay, next time you are up, stay up. Reach your hands for your feet, reach your feet for your hands. Yeah, maybe they hold each other, else they don't. We just reach, yeah? But if we can find them, we'll find them and kick. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you. Okay, as we're here. 4, 3, see if you can lift a little higher with the inhales. 2, 1. Come slowly down. Look to one side. Arms just rest somewhere next to your hips. If you want, you wiggle the hips a little bit left and right. Arms go forward. Lift up again, locust pose. Arms and legs lifting, or just arms and chest, of course, if the lower back appreciates that better. Go up and down a few times. Next time you come up and stay. Good. Straighten out the legs. Okay. Now, hands reach for feet, feet reach for hands. If they catch each other, the feet will kick back. Yeah, maybe you come to rock and roll a little bit there if you have to hold. We're gonna rock back and forth. Okay, one more. And then come still. Take one inhale, lift a little higher. And then come slowly down. Maybe looking to the opposite side of before, if the neck feels good there. Rest everything. Rest a little bit more now. Heavier. Held. Grounded. Okay. Through a brief child's pose, maybe a breath, maybe 2 breaths, and then downward facing dog when you're ready. Down dog, all the fingertips activate. Even in down dog, we can use this awareness in our pelvis of where are my hip bones or where is my tailbone reaching to. You can try to tuck the tailbone a bit under. Yeah, maybe you need to lift your heels and bend your knees so you can do that. So if you want to round your lower back. And then you can try to do the opposite, reaching the tailbone up. And then see if you can find the position between these two, where the lower back can lengthen. The tailbone is pointing diagonally up towards the ceiling, not down or not all the way up. And then from there, activate your thighs more now. Hold that neutral position of the pelvis and reach the heels in the direction of the floor, if that's an option. Sometimes we see that we reach the heels down and then we kind of can't hold this neutral position of the pelvis anymore. Then we just bend the legs and lift the heels and focus mostly on the pelvis. Who cares if the heels are down? Yeah. Okay. Take now and lift your right leg. And this time we will open the hip. So we will bend the knee and stack the right hip on top of the left. So now your inner left thigh is unprotected. try to kind of reach gently the inner left thigh towards the right a little bit. Inner left thigh reaches a little bit towards the right. Okay, one more inhale. And then exhale, step the foot forward outside the hand. Yeah, sit down into lizard. Okay, twist. Place the back knee down. And we'll turn the right toes to the right and do that pigeon pose here as we tilt the knee to the right as well. Maybe bending, catching the back foot, kicking it away first, and then bringing it in towards us. Pelvic tilt, posterior. Good. And then release. We'll do a good normal vinyasa here. So inhale in plank, exhale all halfway down, cobra up dog, and down downward facing dog. Lifting left leg when you're ready, bending knee, again, stacking hips. And as we lean the inner right thigh towards the left, watch that you're not collapsing in your lower back. Keep length in the lower back. Yeah, keep grounding through both hands. One more inhale, and then step the foot outside the left hand. Lizard pose, reaching energy forward and down. Okay, now activate the back thigh. And then come into your twist, leaving the right hand down. Again, the back leg feeds the whole twist, the whole spine. So activate the back thigh. And lower the back knee down. Okay, that pigeon pose lizard. So we turn the toes of the front foot to the left, finding our pigeon feeling here as we open the stretch a bit more on the outer side. Might bend the back leg, might catch it, kick, and bring it in towards. Inhale. And then gently come into plank. Maybe Chaturanga Dandasana, that's halfway down. Cobra up dog, strong thighs. Downward facing dog. Okay. Come to plank, and from plank, lower slowly to the floor. As you get to the floor, make Sphinx pose. This time we come into Sphinx pose, we turn the right hand over towards the left, and we're gonna bend the left knee, yeah? Now I'll take the left foot in my left hand. Gonna do Bikasana. We wanna have this thing of length in the lower back, so you have to stay in this awareness of the posterior tilt. That means tailbone reaching in the direction of the back of the mat, yeah? I'll lift out of the floor, rotate a bit to the left, and bring the heel in close to you. Yeah, maybe some of you can rotate your hands so your fingers turn the same direction as your toes turn. If you have space enough for it, you could bring the heel to the quad or even to the outer side of the hip. Yeah, posterior tilt in the pelvis. Lift out of the floor by pressing through that right arm. Okay, maybe we can rotate the heart forward. One more inhale. And then gently let it go, no slingshotting the legs. Come down. Feel the feedback of that left side. And then come up again to do it on the other side. Sphinx pose. So that means elbows under shoulders, left hand rotates. I'll catch my right foot, yeah? Can turn the chest a bit to the side here. And it's okay if the knees, they don't have to be right up next to each other, the knees. The right leg can be a little bit out to the side, but not like really wide, maybe a fist or two apart, that's okay. Okay, now bring it into you. If you can, rotate the direction of your hands so the fingers turn forward. That means the elbow will now turn up. And we'll see if we can rotate the chest forward. Fingers, the tilt in your pelvis, dein Becken. Posterior tilt, reaching tailbone in the direction of the back of the mat. Breathe. We play at the edge of effort and ease. Both have to be represented in the size and the stretch you're experiencing. Effort and ease. One more inhale. And then gently let it go. Child's pose. Balasana. Slow down the breath. Experience the back as you breathe deeply in and out. Okay. Now find Adho Mukha Svanasana. And from downward facing dog, on the exhalation, step or jump your feet forward between the hands. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold, and come all the way up with a flat back. Okay, we'll go back to those side bends. So right hand down, left arm up, big inhale. And exhaling out. You continue other side. So really a lot of focus on spinal fluidity today, shoulders, and a bit of juice, a lot of juice actually through the pelvis. Okay, one more to each side. And then coming in for longer holds. Strong legs. So if you too have the left arm up, you'll cross the left leg in front. If it's the right arm, it's the right leg, of course. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Hug the lower belly up. And maybe look up, only if the neck is okay with that, else we'll look forward or down. Okay, one more inhalation. And then come gently out, both feet next to each other. Inhaling other side. Deep focus. Deep breaths. Maybe crossing right foot to the other side. Squeeze the inner legs together and feel how that gives you a bit more stability. And out of that stability, maybe a deeper side bend can unfold. Can out the inner thighs together. Take one more big breath in. Sure. And then come out, reach the arms up towards the ceiling before you forward fold. Halfway up. You can do a vinyasa or you can skip it. When we get to downward facing dog, we are gonna slide forward and do side plank on the right hand side. Again, breathing here. Now again, side bending. So reach your left arm over. Of course, you could place your right knee down if that helps you, right? But left arm over, really arching the body. Do you want to reach your left hip up? You want to reach your left rib cage up. Again, go up and over. Reach the left fingertips down towards the floor. One more inhale. And then back to a normal side plank, so to say. Left foot steps behind, wild thing. Lifting the chest away from that standing arm. One inhale. And then Achtung, we'll come left hand down, left knee down. And then try, we have this, what's it called? Left foot rotated a bit. Now try to bring your right toes close to you and have the knee turn up. You know, open here. Maybe you can find your right ankle. Watch so you're not collapsing in the lower back. So we want to keep that posterior tilt as we reach the tailbone long. One more inhale. As you come out, this will become pigeon pose. So we bring the right ankle to the left side of the mat somehow. The right knee to the right side. The right knee to the right side of the mat. Yeah, that's true. Reach up tall. And then forward fold. Breathing deeply. We'll just stay for 2 more breaths, make them full. One more breath. Good. As you come up, we swing the back leg around like we did last week if you were here. So we sit towards the right, we swing it around, and either we place the ankle or the heel in front of the other knee, or we place the ankle on top of the other knee. Sit up tall, and then forward fold as your body allows. Maybe it's a little, maybe it's a lot. Try to have this idea of wanting to reach the sternum, your heart as well, forward. Relax your facial muscles. Okay, one more inhale. And then sit up tall, lean towards the right again so we can bring the leg out behind us. Straight leg. We want to see that this foot is coming straight out, more or less behind this hip, not off to the side, but more or less straight out. Okay, now, so we might have to rotate a little bit. Okay, now stay here, stay up this time. Of course, if your lower back doesn't like that, move forward. Is it an option for you to bend your back leg? Is it an option for you to take the back foot into your hand? Yeah, maybe we kick it away first. Kick it away so we open the left front shoulder. Watch your lower back. Okay, now, Oksana, see if you can bring your knee from here to here. So the thigh is sort of turned down. Okay, now, is it an option for you to bring the foot in closer to you, possibly bringing the foot into your elbow? Okay, now you can turn sideways first. Okay, now, maybe we can take the hands. Okay, now, watch your lower back. Okay, now. Claudia, if you can be there, but if it helps your balance, slide a block underneath your hip there. Okay? If you're just getting in, if you're playing with something you want to finish, then this is your practice. Don't hurry out just because I tell you to. Take one more breath if you're ready to come out. And then we will release. Okay. Come out from here. Three-legged dog somehow. Right leg up. Square the hips so the inner right thigh is spinning up. One more inhale. And then foot down. Slide forward, plank pose. Side plank on the left-hand side. Yeah, first we side arch. We reach up, we reach over. Almost like you want to try to touch the floor at the top of your mat with your right fingers. Okay, now. Good. Hips up, lower belly in. Go a little bit longer in the right side body for the last inhalation. And then come back to a normal side plank, one long piece of human being. Step the right foot behind for wild thing. Breathing as you open the chest away from that standing arm. One more inhale. And then come up and over to the other side. Place the right hand and the right knee down. We'll turn the right toes towards the right side. And as I come around, I try to bring this left foot as close to me behind me. Okay, maybe I'll reach my left hand in the direction of my left ankle. Maybe I even catch it. Else I just mentally catch it. Get our heart up and a push down through that standing hand. One more inhale. As you come out, this becomes pigeon pose. So bring the left leg forward. Knee to one side, foot heel to the other. Okay, now. First we go forward. 2 more big breaths. Make them count. And when you're ready, come up. We'll sit a bit to our left so we can bring the right foot all the way around. And either it's in front to fold, so the shin bones are more or less in front and behind each other, or it's on top. So the shin bones are more or less right on top of each other. Heart forward, as if you want to touch the front of the space of your mat with your heart, at least energetically. Okay, one more inhale. And then we help ourselves come up, swinging that right leg out behind us. And again, we want to check that the right foot knee is not too much out to the side. It's more or less on the line of my right hip. It means my thigh is turning down, my knee is turning down. Yeah. And then I can go forward if my lower back needs me to. As I stay upright. Bend the back leg. Maybe you can catch it in your right hand. First we kick it away. Watch your lower back when you do that. Yeah. And then maybe it's an option to bring it in. Sneak it into your elbow. Some of you might find the back. Okay. Watch your lower back. Of course, there is some sensation around the lower back. Yeah. But we don't want pain. Yeah, beautiful. One more inhale. And then gently bring yourself out. Three-legged dog as we lift that left leg up. Square the hips. Square the hips. Spin the inner left thigh up towards the ceiling. That means left hip bone a bit down. Okay. Now take the foot to the floor and then step or jump forward between your hands. Halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. All the way up to stand. Again, arms up. Forward fold. Halfway, either straight to down dog or move through a vinyasa. Gonna do that same sequence once more and just see what opens. Okay, from down dog to side plank on the right hand side. Yeah. Maybe we can stack the feet on top of each other. If the balance is difficult, then we'll put the left foot in front and the right foot behind in our side plank. Now side arch as you reach left arm over, like you want to touch the floor with your left fingertips. So reach it up over the head, this direction, if you want. Send your arm towards me. Genau. And dann wirst du eine Bugge durch die linke Seite. Genau. One more inhale. And then come back to your normal side plank. Step the left foot behind for wild thing. Offer the heart to the space above you. Lift out of the standing hand. One more inhale. As we come around, we put left hand down, left knee down, and swing that left foot over towards the left. Now, last time it was the foot, but maybe you can make it your knee. Maybe you can really bring those right toes close to you and then sit down on the knee. If that doesn't work, that's okay. So it feels like we're in camel pose on one leg. One more inhale. And then come out pigeon pose. In your pigeon, we first move forward to relieve the lower back of all that work it just did. Okay, feel free to stay if that feels good. We'll do one more forward fold like before. Come up if you want. Swing the back leg around. It's called, what's it called? Something, wheat stack pose or something. No, that's not true. One more inhale, make it count. And then come out, come around, leg out behind you again. Your pigeon pose, where you're welcome to play with that back bend. You can also go forward again if that feels better. I'm not going to guide it this time. I'm just going to keep an eye on you and see where you go. Maybe you play with heel in more this time to open the back thigh more. Yeah, genau. Breathing. If you're moving into a back bend, what changed if you use your pelvic floor? Yeah? Genau, there you go. One or two more breaths wherever you are at. When you come out, downward facing dog, possibly lifting that right foot. So come out carefully. Okay, foot down, slide forward to plank pose. Side plank on the left-hand side. Yeah. Maybe feet are stacking, but that's difficult for the balance. Maybe it feels better with one foot in front. Of course, you can still have the one knee down as well. We're going to side arch here, right fingertips over the head as if they want to reach down towards the floor, but your elbows straight. Straighten out the arm. Lift the hip up. One more inhale. And then make it wild thing, stepping the right foot behind you. Opening the chest away from the floor. Pelvic floor. One more inhale. And then come around to the other side. Right hand down, right knee. Swing the right lower leg all the way to the right. And maybe it's the left toes, or maybe it's the left knee that comes to the floor. We'll see if we can reach for that left ankle, even if we don't touch. Good, now squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the head up. One more inhale. And then come out, pigeon pose. First, we fold forward. Again. Relax your teeth. Relax your shoulders. Relax the attempt to try harder and come more into a feeling of receiving the pause. All right. Feel free to stay or gently come up now and swing the back leg around. And then find your forward fold there. Might be one leg in front of the other, else it's the shin bones more or less parallel. Again. But in this forward fold, maybe we don't do a posterior tilt with the pelvis, but we do an anterior tilt. That means you can stick your sit bones a bit out behind you, even if it's just a littlest adjustment. So they do this. One more inhale. And then we come up and we'll take that right leg around behind us again. Okay, feel free to fold forward again or play with your back bend here. I'll just keep an eye on you, so just go ahead. Chest might turn sideways, but if it then becomes an option to rotate the heart forward, we do that. Just adding element by element as the space opens in the body. Okay, now Julia. Okay. Posterior tilt for the pelvis. A little bit this feeling of lengthen the lower back, this feeling of lifting the hip bones a bit up towards the rib cage. Okay, now Oksana. Okay. What changes if you use your pelvic floor? One more inhale. And then gently come out, three-legged dog. One more big breath in. And then come down, child's pose. In child's pose, Now come up to sit. You're sitting, hips to heels. And now push your hands down into your thighs. So you can sit tall. Crown of the head reaches up, tailbone reaches down. Okay, feel the length through your spine. Keep it as you reach your arms up. Keep the length through the spine as you forward fold. Just any amount. It might be a little. We keep the upper arms next to the ears, more or less. And then with your inhale, you'll come back up. The exhale takes you forward. Maybe you get a little bit forward. Maybe you get fingers touch the floor for a moment. But it's not a competition. Pretend like you had one of your yoga blocks between your arms and you want to hold that block, straighten out the elbows. Okay, now hug the inner thighs together. Okay, one more time. We'll interlace the hands behind us. Send the heart up, put the knuckles down. Feel very free to stay right here or take your fingers to the floor behind you. Turn the fingers away from you. Now lift the hips. We'll all come out of wherever we got to, gently putting ourselves back with hands to the thighs. Support the length of the spine by pushing down with the hands. Okay, very, very intentionally, very focused. Start to just round with your next exhale, rounding. Continue rounding even as you inhale, round more as you exhale. Scooping the tailbone a bit forward. Inviting the nose to point towards the sternum if the neck is okay with that. Okay, now lift up. Gently come back to your length. Okay, the twist before we do a back bend again. Inhale, arms up. Left hand outside the right leg. Other hand either at your lower back, or if you can, you reach for the floor, yeah? See if you can move the space between the collarbones, Schlüsselbein, a bit more open. So the heart can puff a bit more forward towards the side. Pelvic floor. One more exhale to deepen it gently. And then come out. Other side. Pelvic floor. Heart up. Put shoulders down. Okay. And then gently exhale. Come out. Okay. Inhale, arms up, lengthen first, and then interlace the hands behind you. We do what we did before. Knuckles down, heart up. Stay. Watch so you're not collapsing in the lower back, yeah? But there's this sense of reaching the tailbone down. Stay, or put your fingertips to the floor. Lift the hips. Some of you might walk your hands forward and really make this camel pose, Ustrasana. Okay, now, if you're on your hands or in camel pose, if it feels good, you might open the throat. Yeah, letting the head gently hang. Okay, now, use your thighs in that back bend. 2 more breaths. When you come out with both shoulders at the same time. We'll return to seated with hands pushing down. Okay, Okay, now lengthen your legs out in front of you. Dandasana. Okay, move the flesh a bit away from your sit bone. Inhale, arms up. And forward fold. As usual, feel free to bend your knees if that helps your fold. Let's stay here for a minute. Relax your shoulders down. Okay, now, if your body quite likes forward folds, now you have the chance to deepen it by activating your thighs and using that activation of the thighs to push the thighs down. Okay, now, and as the thighs push down, then you might see that your sit bones can rotate more back. You hold the block. There. Okay, now, is that okay? Mm-hmm. Now, what changes here if you use your pelvic floor? Okay, take another 3 big breaths here. Take another 2 big breaths. And then gently come out. Okay. Bring the right heel close to you. And then bring it to the outer side of the thigh. Keep both sit bones on the floor down. Get up tall, Matsyendrasana. Wrap the left arm around. And again, do a twist here. Heart up, shoulders down. Now the leg which is straight, activated. You can find Pada Bandha, that foot lock, this in energy happening through the 4 corners of that left foot. Okay, one more inhale. And then gently come out. Other side. Left foot in and out. Both sit bones down, sit up tall before you rotate. Right arm wraps around. Activate the right leg, the thigh, the foot, the toes. Side up, but shoulders down. One more inhale. And then gently come out. Okay, we're gonna lie down. Maybe you reach the arms forward. This is only if your lower back is okay with it. Activate the thighs lower down really slowly. As slow as you can. Okay, when you come down, take a moment. We're almost in Shavasana. If you just want to stay here now and actually just be in and stay in Shavasana, you do that. But if it seems like an option to finish in Halasana, you go there now, rolling feet to the other end of your mat over your head. It might be that the feet are flying. Some of you might put the feet to the floor, okay? Hands can be at the lower back. And if the hands are at the lower back, we can kind of wiggle the shoulder blades or wiggle the body so that the shoulder blades can draw closer together. In Halasana now, put your knees on your forehead. Or do Kana Pidasana. Kana means ears. So me moving knees in the direction of the ears. And breathe. If you want, now take it into a shoulder stand. Won't be the longest shoulder stand in the history of shoulder stands. We're just going to do 2 or 3 breaths. Make it feel good for you. When you've had those breaths, go back to either knees to forehead or knees towards ears, possibly towards floor. Kanapidvasana. Okay. One more breath. We'll come down super slow. Maybe using hands, or if you can, just use the core to lower the hips really slow to the floor. Now it becomes Shavasana. As we start to find our way towards Shavasana, make sure you get comfortable. Maybe cover up in a blanket so you don't get cold. Take up as much space on the floor as feels good for your body. And we'll start here with a few deeper breaths in through the nose to really feel this expansion on the inhale. And on the exhale, really allow yourself to sink into the floor. Always slowly start to let go of the control over how the breath moves. Just like we let go over this, over this conscious control over how the body moves. We let go of that control and trust that we've done enough and trust that this practice works. It works now on a deeper level, which is beyond your conscious control. I'll rest here and receive the echo of the practice. To start to deepen your breath gently. And just reawaken movement in fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. And when you're ready, you can roll to one of your sides. And then meet me in a comfortable seated position. When you are ready, hands can be in Anjali Mudra. Physically, you've done a lot through this class to create strength on the back side, as well as space on the front. So I wish for you, you may take that also mentally with you and walk through this weekend with a strong back and a soft front, whatever that means to you. You can open the eyes. Namaste. Have a lovely weekend. Thanks for coming and joining. I will need all the mats afterwards, so you can wash them and leave them. That's a little gift sometimes. You don't have to hang them up. Choose at home.